Welcome to Seaway Whiskywire. Tonight at the bar, we've got the Bushmills Core Range Flight. Stick around, you're not going to miss this. Hey, thanks for coming back after the intro. I'm Tyler, and tonight at the bar, we've got the Bushmills Core Range Flight. I guess the guys over at Bushmills must have saw the Jameson video I did and didn't want to be outdone. So anyway, here we are. What can I tell you about Bushmills? Another one of the most famous Irish whiskies out there. Claims to be the oldest distillery of Ireland. And all their expressions in the core range come through at 40% ABV, chill filtered, and color added. But you know, again, one of the most famous and popular brands of whiskey this time of year. I'm really glad to have these three expressions to give a try in a flight here. Again, my experience with Bushmills is it's the Sexton, which is really Bushmills. But anyways, what do we got going on tonight? We got the Bushmills original Irish whiskey, which is kind of their mainstay, their staple, what everything starts with. Then we've got the Bushmills Black Bush Sherry Reserve, which is using ex-sherry and ex-bourbon. And then we've got a malted single malt here, 10-year-old from Bushmills as well, using 100% Irish malted barley. So, I believe this one here is ex-bourbon and ex-sherry. Yeah, okay, good. So we got some good selection here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour three here, and we'll run through them. I've got them kind of reflected here, so we'll start off with the original in this dram right here, for a wee dram of that. Get into the Black Bush in the center. And finish things off with the 10-year-old. This one's got a really good cork pop. Oh yeah. So I haven't really had a lot of time with any of these, which is why I decided not to do any kind of review yet. I'm likely gonna do some more reviews as I get into it. I literally have used this to make cocktails a couple nights, and the other two I've just had little drams on my downtime, but haven't really collected any notes. You can see they're barely down at all. So this is really, I would say, very close to first impressions on this range. So yeah, start off with the old original here. Get a look at that color there. It's just a light kind of a yellowy straw there, golden straw. Yeah, ex-bourbon. I don't know if I mentioned that in the intro there. Yeah, triple distilled, oldest licensed distillery, Bushmills. So we'll get on the nose on the original. You get some notes of honey there. Toffee and caramel. Some fresh apples on there as well. Green apples, like Granny Smith. Some dried fruits as well. Dates, but they're faint. Yeah, nice little bit of nose on it there. All right, let's get into the taste and let you know about the Bushmills original Irish whiskey. Sláinte. So much like the Jameson, I will say it's more full body than the Jameson. I will say that. You get those notes of honey. You get that apple, toffee, caramel notes, vanilla. A little bit of spice on the end too. At the very back end, it's a short finish, but as it's going down, you get those oak tannins and that kind of bitterness there. One more little sip. Yeah, gentle spirit, but very well rounded and good. Again, you can see why this is the one that starts everything. This is the one that great for mixing cocktails, and very fruity, very sweet. Yeah, very nice starting range. All right, we'll get into the Black Bush Sherry Reserve. So it's ex-sherry and ex-bourbon, but focus on the sherry cask for sure. You can definitely tell with that color, they've made it a little bit more darker to emphasize the sherry. It's more of a amber color, almost like an orange hue on the outsides there. But yeah, pretty nice little, oh, yeah. I liked this one the other night when I had it. Yeah, so you get those sherry notes right off the get-go on the nose. Yeah, dates, raisins, cherries a little bit in there too. It's more Christmas cake style there, you know, the cinnamon, the cloves, sweet meats. Yeah, very nice nose. All right, let's get into the taste on the Black Bush. Sláinte. So I will say, if I was going to make a comparison, I would say it's very like the Sexton. You know, very sherry forward, raisins, dates, some nuttiness in there, honey, vanilla, some oak. It's very spicy actually. Like I shouldn't say very spicy. It's not. It's a gentle spirit, but it's like it's more spicy than the original. It's a lot more oomph to it than most, and you do get those. It hangs on a little bit more, so I would say it's still a short finish, but it's a longer finish than the original, and it's more more spicy. Yeah, it very much more sherry-esque. A little dry on the end there too, and you get those tannins. Yeah, very good. 40% ABV. It's got some decent legs on it there too. It's clinging to the side of the glass, which is really nice to see. And yeah, good entry if you want to introduce somebody to sherry for sure. I think it'd be a great place to start. All right, on to the big boy here in the core ranges. I've got the Bushmills 10-year-old single malt. Ex-bourbon, ex-sherry. Get in there and have a look. 100% malted barley, no blend. So it's a little lighter than the Black Bush for sure. Not much though. A little golden straw color there. Yeah, let's get in the nose and have a peek of the single malt. Yeah. A little spicier on the nose for sure. You get those dried fruits that are lighter though. Some honey. Caramel notes in there. Maybe a little bit of orange. Yeah. All right. Nice. Sláinte. Let's get into the tasting notes. All right. So on the taste notes, you get a lot of like, it's kind of got that burnt caramel esque flavor to it. It's got some butterscotch, vanilla, oak. You get some more spice at the back end, cinnamon spice and ginger, and it warms you as it's going down. For 40%, it's a good dram in that regard. Good flavor. Yeah, it's got a pretty medium finish, I would say too. It's still hanging around. Back in for another taste here. Yeah, it's got some little bit of a spice note to it there. Might be a bit of prickle, like a little bit of alcohol prickle there. It's only 10 years old, but still very smooth, very nice in that regard. I think it is more spice. It's really more of a gingery, kind of ginger powder bit to it. But yeah, three very good offerings from Bushmills here, and yeah, really appreciate all of them. If I was gonna, what one would I go with, or what do I think about? I made some cocktails with the Bushmills original, and I can definitely say without even being worried about it that much better of a mixer than the Jamesons, and I would probably stick with this over the Jamesons in the long run. Just more fruity and more of those bourbon notes that I'm really friendly and familiar with there. Like you get that caramel and toffee and vanilla and oak. But yeah, I'd probably buy it as a mixer. Down to these two. Must be something about the black this week, but I'm gonna go with the black bush over. I'm gonna go like this. 1, 2, 3, and I'll tell you why. I like my sherry, and I like my sherry influenced whiskey, and yes, this is a single malt. It's Irish malted barley. Yes, it's got an age statement on it, but this is just more true, full flavored, full bodied sherry. This is something I would probably drink most time. Like I would drink this in the summer. I would drink this just neat like this. I think it'd be something I could really get and have. Is it going to replace the Sexton on my bar? I think I'm definitely going to try it some more. Yeah, if I was gonna try and get somebody into Irish whiskey, it's definitely on the list that I would put them towards. Same with the Jameson Black Barrel there as well. Just a little more complex. From like a stepping stone perspective, I think this is much more approachable. The single malt is really good, and I appreciate it, and I do like it. As a daily sipper, I'll definitely go with the with the Black Bush. And yeah, well, there you go. 2 flights in 2 weeks for Irish whiskey. For the guy who doesn't know much about Irish whiskey, he's getting some exposure to it, and I really do like that. So yeah. Well, I'll leave it at that. So thanks for tuning in to seawaywhiskywire. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe down below, and don't forget to check me out on Instagram at seawaywhiskywire. What's your favorite Bushmills? Do you have some Bushmills stories or anything that you've done? I tried at Whiskey Wonderland. There was another age statement that I tried in there. It was a sherry. I believe it was 16 years old. I'll probably put a picture of it somewhere in the video here and end up correcting myself. But no, it was very good as well. And yeah, really appreciate the folks at Bushmills for helping me out. And now I've got some Irish whiskey on the bar, so I got no excuses. So yeah, where's my Black Bush here? I'll finish up my dram. All the best to you, Slanja, to your health, and thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.